Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Hannah Lee, and this might be my new attempt to a podcast. I hope. Um, First of all, it feels so weird because I have this tiny little mic that I bought at Taizo, which is like dollar store in America. Um, I literally just bought this for the sake of this video. I might just use it and literally throw it away because I'm not expecting the quality. I tested it out and it's fucking shit. But bear with me, and I'm not just gonna let it go to no use. I'm gonna try it out, and if it doesn't work, then I might just ditch it. Anyways, a little introduction of me. So, I'm Hannah Lee, like I said. That sounded so condescending. Why did I say it like that? I'm not like this. I feel like I'm just very self-conscious right now. I'm Korean. I live in Korea. Why am I saying this? Because I'm speaking in English. Because I'm speaking in English. Okay, talk properly. Because I'm speaking in English. So why am I speaking in English? Well, I used to live in the States when I was really young, 6 to 12, like 6 years. And then I came back to Korea, and it's quite a funny story. But when I was really young, you know how like little girls they would write in their journals and diaries. I used to do that as well. I would fucking trauma dump in that shit. And one day my mom was being sneaky and she found out something that made her incredibly upset and got me in fucking a load of trouble. So after that, I decided to write in all my journals in English because that way nobody's gonna read it. Nobody's gonna be able to read it. Not that I'm saying like everyone's stupid. No, no, it's not like this. Just like I didn't have any English speaking friends, like English fluent friends. And yes, my parents lived in America as well, but I feel like it's quite common for immigrants, maybe not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that like when they're bringing their kids who are like babies to another place, another country, and they have to learn a whole new language, it's like because they're learning at such a young age, no matter how many languages it is, they're like a sponge, and that's when their brains developing the most. And for the parents, usually, obviously, like if you if you're trying to learn something new in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, I feel like the older you get, it is quite harder to adapt to a new setting or a new language. I mean, I know it definitely does vary in like every single person, but just a common factor that I think is true. Anyways, so that's why I did that. And also, the second reason why I am speaking in English is because I feel like I am quite more expressive when I'm speaking English. I don't know why I can't fucking talk. You know what? I think I do know. It's because I don't live alone. I live with my parents, and because of that, I just kind of feel a bit awkward, so I'm trying to keep it low. And because of that, honestly, my voice is like not surviving. I want to speak louder, but I feel so self-conscious and anxious and just a bit awkward. Anyways, yeah, I do feel like I'm more expressive when I'm speaking English. And funny thing is, before this video, I used to upload vlogs for literally just a short period of time. And my Korean friends were seeing it, and my English friends saw it, and they both were saying, they were like, do you feel like you have a complete different personality when you're speaking in English? Or do you feel like you're a different person when you're speaking English? Because it seems like that. And I never thought about it that way, but after being asked that and thinking about it, I feel like it definitely is a factor. I don't know what it is because, not gonna lie, since it is my second language, I feel like I do have a hard time articulating my thoughts properly sometimes. Like, it could be the lack of vocabulary or sometimes even grammar wise. But I don't know, even then, I still feel like I am more able to be expressive. Maybe it's the culture difference. I don't really know because, but at the same time, I'm not like such a shy person when I'm just in general, even when I'm speaking Korean. But I don't know, but I just feel like that. So, and the third reason why is because since I am living in Korea and all my acquaintances, like literally maybe like 99% would be all Koreans, right? English speaking friends that I have, it's not a big group. It's a very small size compared to all my other Korean people that I know. And since I'm kind of planning on being very honest and a bit vulnerable and just kind of letting what I need to get out on here. And I wanted to kind of separate that, like my personal life and the Hannah that everyone knows me as. That sounds a bit wrong because I feel like I'm being fake, but I'm not. I'm not being fake in my normal lifetime. It's just like there are things that you don't tell everyone, and I would tell some to my friends and some to my close friends, and maybe not tell anyone about some things. Who knows? They'll figure it out once they watch this video. I don't know. Yeah, so those are the reasons why I'm speaking English. And okay, so I have to say this. I tried to film this for like 2 days, but maybe because it was my first time like recording, I felt even more anxious than I am now. And I mean, I ended up actually filming them, but I didn't like them because I felt like I was being too, I just felt awkward and I just looked awkward and I just looked a bit too shy and like that's fine. Of course that's very normal, but it just didn't feel normal to me, you know what I mean? Okay, so I got my phone fixed today because I cracked it yesterday and literally it just gave up on me. My phone was not phoning and I need my phone. Like I mean, I can go for hours without my phone, but it's just like it's such a big part of my life and like don't act like it's not like that for you because I know it is for everyone, but they want to act like they can live without their phone, but really? I mean, if you can, props to you though. I respect that. So I had to fix it, and because I had a cracked phone, that did not make me give up on filming. So I tried filming on my MacBook, and even with Apple, their photo booth, I used photo booth by the way, their photo booth built-in camera, the quality is so shit, and maybe they're doing that on purpose to like keep that aesthetic. I don't know what it is because I do see people like filming themselves on this thing on their MacBooks or whatever with even like those heart effects, which is so cute. Like I'm not saying anything about that. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like it is really cute, but sorry, I thought someone was gonna come in my room. No, I think it's really cute, but I just didn't want to start like that with my first video and yeah, I don't know why. Like I would sometimes attempt to, but I feel like really pretty people look good at that. Like really, really, really pretty people look good even with that kind of quality. But with me, I didn't like it. So yeah, I tried, but it didn't work out. I didn't like it. I never uploaded it. I literally deleted them all. But today, after my phone broke, I got it fixed in literally just like an hour or two. Okay, tell me why. I literally finished this whole video feeling so good. I brush my teeth and come back and the video is just cracked. Like literally cracked. Like I can't open it. But it's fine. I just have to continue. So I fixed my phone, and for some reason, I felt really, really, really good today. Normally, when you get a new phone or you get a new SIM card and you just replace your phone with a new device or whatever, if you're using Apple, they have this new thing where it just kind of brings everything in your new phone without having to do anything. So what I'm saying is the backup is incredibly easy. I thought it would be like that, but my phone, because my phone was literally on just like factory reset, is that what it's called? Where it's everything is just reset. All the settings, everything is gone. The phone shows up with hello and hello in every other language. When you get a new iPhone, it was like that, which is fine. But normally I wouldn't be fine with it because it takes such a hassle to download everything and check if everything important is still there and log into stuff. But for some reason, it was okay. I was fine with it. And slowly, I was doing that. I was backing up everything from my iCloud. But for some reason, the photos wasn't working. Like, all my photos were not getting synced or backed up or anything. But all my notes other like apps, other stuff were all getting synced. They're all fine, but the photos weren't. And let me tell you why this is important later. I went on with my day. It was my mom's birthday today, so I made her like Korean. I made her a whole thing. No, not thing. I made her food. I made her a whole Korean dish. I got her a book that I really enjoyed. We did the whole happy birthday. I had a really good day. But throughout the day, I was thinking, like, why do I feel good today? Like, my phone fucking broke. Yes, I fixed it. And that is quite nice. Like, I fixed it in an hour or two, which is so quick. Like, I could have been bothered by the small things. And this is so important because I recently broke up with my ex-boyfriend. It's not, it's like incredibly recent. I think it was like this week or last week. It was the weekend and today's Monday. So it was literally like 3 days ago. Honestly, like I felt like so just shit. And it feels really stupid and just very surface level when I explain it as just shit, but it was incredibly painful, but not as painful as the one before. And the one before was not with someone else, it was with the same person. So I've properly broken up with this person a year ago. We were doing long distance. Obviously, it's incredibly hard, so we broke up, but the pain is still there. But I feel like I'm just a bit more numb to it. I'm not like crying every day, but yeah, it's still quite painful. And I'm not gonna get into the whole breakup story or the relationship yet because there is just so much dirt, so much complicated situations. I'm not going to solely blame him, but there is another factor in this relationship that made it just even worse for me and for that person. Like, I can't say I was fully just I can't say that I didn't do anything wrong. There was a lot of bad shit that I did, a lot that my ex did, like tons. Well, I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna say that. No, let's not do that. But yeah, it's just a really complicated story that I cannot get into right now. I can't. Anyways, so yeah, I was thinking of that. Like, why am I in such a good mood? And I don't know why, but I feel like it was a sign from God telling me that it's gonna be okay, and it was like a sign, and it was a chance given from him for me to be able to grow and build myself back up again, like setting my environment, just everything around me, just kind of like as a reset, you know? And it was funny how only my photos, the album, even now, like there's no photos in it. I think there's like 3 photos in my photo album that I took today. And it sounds like I'm being so dramatic, and maybe I am, but I feel like it's more comforting for me to believe that it is a sign from God. And because I don't have any more photos to look at and cry about and feel sad about, it's really just empty. And all I can do now is add more memories to that, add new memories, add new journeys onto that. And oh yeah, the really scary thing is, so there's this podcaster named Madeline Archie, and one of the reasons I guess I started this thing, like actually say hit record, was maybe because of Madeline Archie. I feel like she was kind of a trigger as well for me to say, yeah, let's do it. I just kind of started watching her videos like maybe a month ago, but I wasn't a huge fan. But after like before you break up, you kind of know that you're gonna break up, and you like watch a lot of fucking serious, like motivational or self help videos or whatever. Well, her content is not all about that. Her content is really just her putting out her experience and talking about whatever. And I was one of those listeners, and she mentioned in her video that she would go on these hot girl summer walks. And I only found out about this term from her, but apparently it's like when you go on for long walks and I guess like think or talk about stuff by yourself. I'm not quite sure. But what she said in that video was after she was like having a really hard time with her breakup, on whatever the reason was for her, she kept saying to herself out loud, me and X person's energy line now has been cut. The energy line that connects me to X person has now been cut. The energy line that connects X person to me has now been cut. And she would end it with, now there are no more energy ties or lines that exist, that connects us. She would say these things to herself for hours and hours, and how after doing that, just it rapidly changed, like how she felt and the situations around her. And I just kind of decided to try that out as well because I also do talk to myself a lot. It is very therapeutic for me. I've learned that very recently. So I would talk out loud to myself on whatever the fuck it is. I could also be in a good mood or in a silly mood, and I don't know, I feel like you feel less lonely and you're just having a conversation with yourself. And it's quite silly sometimes. And I do that to make myself feel better. And it's because I'm someone that has so many fucking thoughts going through my head. And when I say thoughts, they're not full sentences going in, just, they're not full sentences. They are, they are words or they are sentences that have not been completed, just going across my head. And it's not one at a time, it's literally just thought after thought, and then another thought, and then just, and there's so many inputs in my head. I guess that's the only way to say it, but no output. And the output that I chose was with my mouth, just kind of say out loud whatever I am thinking. And I feel like that really helps you just break down everything to the basics. Like if I'm really upset about something or someone, or just overwhelmed with my thoughts because I clearly cannot think clearly. Um, I just made this habit of speaking out loud whatever I am thinking, whatever is annoying me, because that would kind of make me go through step by step on why and how, which would make it much easier to make sense for me. So yeah, I did that. I did what that podcaster said. I literally said X person and me, like our energy line is cut, and my energy line towards X person is cut. I started like last night till today, and I don't know. I feel like it was a work of God. Is it manifestation? I don't know, but it just felt like it was a sign for me to be able to move on, I guess. So, yeah, that is how I felt, and I feel really refreshed after talking about this. Like when I mentioned that I filmed so many videos before, not so many, but literally just for 2 days, I tried filming. And one of the reasons why I didn't like them was because obviously, like, this is my first time talking about just nonsense. I had so much I wanted to say, but I didn't know what to start with, how to start, especially because it's like the first video. I wanted to be the most honest and genuine as can be. But because everything I wanted to talk about was something just so deep, I felt like I was diving into the whole thing and having to be incredibly vulnerable, incredibly honest, which I want to be, which I will be. But because I'm like in a setting where I felt a bit anxious and awkward with the whole camera, I didn't feel like I was able to articulate my words properly. Even now, like I'm speaking, I'm just really all over the place. But I feel a bit more calm and a bit more like myself, how I normally would be, because, oh shit, because there was something that I really wanted to share. No, wait, no, I wanted to share everything. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is because they were all such deep thoughts, such deep situations, I just didn't know where to start. And I feel like I am still, obviously, I'm still in the process of processing things, like making everything make sense. I don't want to say things that I feel like I might regret later on, but maybe even like, but who knows, even with this video, I might regret like everything that I said, but hopefully I don't. This is such a long outro. I feel like I just kind of let out everything I needed to, and I hope I wasn't like all over the place. I know I was. I know it's incredibly chaotic, but I will really, really try. I feel like I'm just not that comfortable yet, but I do feel much better and I do enjoy this, so I feel like it just takes time and it'll be better. And also, I do realize that I say like a lot and I fucking hate that. I'm someone that watched. I don't know if I want to say this or if I should, but I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it. I'm someone that kind of forced myself to watch American politic commentators to be able to talk better, like on every side. And I would watch videos with the title of like how to be a more articulate speaker and whatnot. Um, so I am trying. I really would try. Did I just say like in those sentences? I probably did. Anyways, I'm gonna try. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching if you actually ended up even till the end. Thank you, and I hope I can see you next time. Bye bye.